The prosperity consciousness must be formed, first denying old ideas of scarcity, restriction, dependence of fixed channels. The idea that something expensive comes from the state of our stock. That's not the objective. It is expensive, but the conscience is poor. The passage I just quoted was taken from the book Metaphysics 4-in-1, the Conny Méndez. And it talks exactly about the effect that prosperity consciousness has on our lives. Therefore, for Conny, the power of co-creation that exists in us is used through our conscious, bringing us all the prosperity, wealth, and success that we so desire. But if prosperity comes from us, how do we develop prosperity consciousness? Stay until the end of this video, which will bring all the secrets taught by Conny in her book. But first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive 3 videos like this every week. Juana Maria de la Conceição Méndez Guzman is popularly known as Conny Méndez. Born in the end of the 19th century, Conny went through many experiences in her life. She was a composer, singer, writer, caricaturist, actress, and metaphysician. She wrote her main work, Metaphysics 4-in-1, in the year of 1977. Conny teaches that our mind is the main means of channeling our emotions, vibrations, feelings, and, in the same way, co-create our prosperity. In her book, Conny states, "We agree that every human mind contains an accumulation of erroneous opinions, convictions, or concepts contrary to the truth and in conflict with the basic principles of creation, and there are perennially manifesting in external conditions all those calamities and sufferings that afflict the human being and the world at large. Illnesses, accidents, lawsuits, disharmony, scarcity, failure, and even death. Fortunately, none of this accords with the truth of being. Fortunately, there is a way to erase all those false beliefs and replace them with correct ones, which not only produce positive, good, happy, correct conditions and circumstances, but once the error is corrected and the truth established subconsciously, negative things can never happen again in our lifetimes. The order has been changed. The magnet has changed poles. It is absolutely impossible to attract something that does not already find its correspondence in us. This excerpt shows us that our mind is capable of creating our prosperity, but due to false beliefs or wrong concepts, we ended up creating the opposite. Yes, it is very important for us to know that in the same way that our mind is able to create prosperity, wealth, and success through energy, it can also destroy them. So we must be very careful in practicing visualizations and expressing words. The human being is the instrument through which the wisdom, love, life, and power of the Creator Spirit are fully expressed. We are capable of co-create our prosperity, our success, and wealth, but we cannot make our views affect others. If we wish someone evil, there is a high probability that evil will happen in our lives, just as we cannot control people's steps or attitude. Focus that building your prosperity consciousness is on you. You are capable. Don't waste time distracted by other people. Love yourself. Thus, you will be able to achieve all the prosperity you want. Remember, it cannot be that God created a spiritual entity like you without a special purpose. In her book, Conny dedicates a chapter especially to talking about love, especially self-love. Conny explains that we must love ourselves and never sabotage ourselves. With that, our mind should always be focused on how amazing we are, regardless of other people's opinion. Never get carried away by the opinions of others. Everything you want, you are able to achieve. All your dreams and ambitions, the car you want, the position you want, they can't be yours. They're yours already. To do this, just create the prosperity consciousness that Conny teaches. The practice to acquire prosperity consciousness is in some already known methods. You can practice visualization a little bit each day. Go into a place of silence, focusing on yourself and taking every precaution not to think about negative things or think that you can achieve your desires and goals. Concentrating on yourself, visualize what you want to achieve. Visualize the car you want to drive, or what the room would look like of employment that you want so much. Don't just visualize what you want in yourself. Visualize what you need to do to achieve it. If you want to win the job, visualize the interview, what the room will be like, the interviewer, your answers to the questions asked, the room scent, temperature, chair comfort, and most importantly, you'll be hired. With that, we modify our conscious and our subconscious to believe that we have already achieved these goals. So we will start acting that way, achieving all the prosperity we want. Another method that works is the words of prosperity, but not in the conventional way you explain. In this method, the words will not be expressed to the universe, they will be expressed to yourself. Stand in front of the mirror, face yourself, look at your face. After all, we spend a lot of time looking at others, and we barely look at yourselves during the day. Look deep into your eye. Express words to yourself, words of love, prosperity. Tell yourself that you're capable, you're special, and you have already achieved everything you want. Therefore, at this moment, I invite you to express these words in the comments, not to others, to yourself. Write that you're capable, that you're deserving. Very important, be grateful for what you have. Enjoy the process for your prosperity. Here are some example words. There will be no more bills to pay until my bank account is full. Money comes to me steadily and bigger and bigger. I am so happy and grateful because prosperity is present in me. Right now, 2 videos about the law of attraction are appearing on your screen. To learn more about the law of attraction, choose your next video. See you there. If you liked this video, leave your like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos we post. Until later.